Hey, it's Delicious Creed, welcome to today's show. This is my second attempt at this video. I just keep ranting and going off onto tangents, so I'll try and stick to the point. Today's video, I'd like to be about people putting up facades. I saw this because I watched Independence Day 2, came out in 2016. I saw a clip from that, which was like when they destroyed the monster alien-y thing, whatever it was. And it was this massive, 300-foot tall monster thing, and it had this massive, this larger than life exterior and terrifying and all powerful. And they destroyed they thought they killed it, but really it was just the shell. The shill. It was just the shell of the creature, and inside was this little maggoty, frickin' sluggish, covered in slime little shitball, and it was just had no game, it had no strength, it had no way to defend itself. And so basically these people, let's focus on gang stalkers for a minute, these people put up these facades and like they are so strong and they're so powerful, but the reality is they're not. They're just these little weak pathetic midgets inside that just are seeking approval, and whether that's approval from their higher ups or approval by ruining your life and seeing how shit your life is and making them feel like they have a more successful life than you. Yeah, that's what they do. So I'll use my new manager. Our old manager, he was the nicest guy, like absolutely beautiful. Like, I work at the Woolworths, which is kind of like a Walmart but a bit smaller, and I don't work for Woolworths, I work for a cleaning company that employs me to go and clean the place. So throughout the day I'll just go around and sweep and pick up garbage and wipe handles, which I'll tell you how I got the job later, which is kind of funny. Anyways, so I'm just a cleaner for COVID-19! COVID-19! Yeah, I'm the COVID-19 cleaner. Otherwise they call me the COVID cleaner, which is... So I'll just tell you, I got my job because my friend who worked there, had the same job as me and same store, said, oh, COVID's getting so scary, I don't think I'm gonna stay here, I'm worried, I've got kids. It's like, dude, your kids are like 25. They literally don't talk to you ever. Besides the point. So she said, oh, I'm gonna quit. So she left her job. And then I said, oh, could you put a word in for me? And so then the manager of the company rang me and said, oh, do you want a job there? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I said, oh, it's a bit dangerous, with the COVID. And I'm like, I think I'll survive. So that's the only reason I got the job, is because no one wanted to do it because everyone's so scared. I'm not, so I get paid really good money. In the mornings I clean the store before it opens, like, sweep and buffer and scrub everything. So, and then the daytime I do the COVID cleaning. So it's all good and I'm happy with my job. I just got up from like 12 hours to 40 hours a week, more than 40 hours a week, so I'm earning a really good salary, which, I mean, it's not exactly where I want to be forever, but I mean, for right now, we're living here, I don't really have anything to do, I don't have any friends, so I might as well go to work. And anyway, so there was this really great manager, and there was someone's like 50th birthday party or something like that. Sometimes if someone's been there for like 20 years at the Woolworths, then they'll have like a party. I'm downstairs cleaning and everyone, gets called upstairs, and I think, oh, jinxies, wonder what's going on up there, whether it's like a meeting or something. Anyways, then the old manager comes down and is like, come upstairs with me, and I'm like, oh no, I'm in trouble. I've only been there like 2 weeks, so I'm pretty green, I'm pretty shy. I'm so not shy anymore, I get along with most of the people there. And so we go upstairs and everyone's like, celebrating the little party, and they've got, takeout food. He's like, come and join us. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't actually work for you, but you invited me. And he's always really nice. If he has a problem with anything I've done, he just says, oh, I know you're working hard and you got long hours, but if you could just change this and do it like this instead. And then I'll go, okay, I'll do that, next time. And so then I do it the way he asks, and he always says, oh, thank you for doing it, like improving. And he's really, you want to work for him and you want to make him happy. He gives you such good what do you call it, like approval. He was, you know, so approving of everything you do. He got cancer, which is really sad. Really badly got cancer. And so then the new manager came in, which is, why do the nice people get sick? I can't, I'm not even gonna say the words. Why can't someone like that freaking fat turd? Ugh, she picks on all the young girls. Must be like, just realised how old and ugly she is, and then picks on all the young girls, making her life feel more satisfying. Anyways, so I go there from 4:30 to 7:30, depending on the day. Oh my god, the cat. Ugh, okay. So I've been working and I finished really late that day. My boss got me to go in with him from 9 PM to 4 AM. We had to do a clean on one of the massive stores in the region in Coffs Harbour, like enormous for us. Like it's the size of a Walmart, and there was 2 people that had to strip the floors, put a buffer on the floors, and then had to, or 3 coats of buffer, and then put the buffer machine. But the coating of buffer we had to actually like scrub on by hand, like on the hands and knees, and it is like the biggest store in the region. And so it literally took us like 7 hours or something, from 9 PM till 4 AM. And it was hard slog, like it was really hard work. And then I got home and I had to go back at 5. So I literally only had an hour just to like comatose, and I had to go back to work. And I was so tired. And so I go to work, and I didn't know, but this is the new manager's first day. Girl cat, what? So I thought nothing. She's like wanting to be in the video. And so I do my cleaning, and upstairs there's offices, which is like, if you go into like a Walmart, the entire upstairs is offices. There's a second story of just offices, and there's like literally like a 40-man office upstairs. And I missed one coffee stain, like a little spillage, like a dot about yay big, like, you know, a 50-cent piece, with my mopping, and it was under the table, like one of the office tables, and I didn't empty 2 of the bins. But the thing is, there's like, where they keep all the money, there's an office in there, and it's always locked, and they usually come there at like 6:30, and they put the bins on the outside, and if the bins are put outside, out in the hallway, it means that they need emptying. But no one put the bins out. They put the bins out after I'd left. And so she calls my boss and says she didn't come and clean today. And it's like, my boss rings me up at like 8, which is, you know, I've only been home for 30 minutes to an hour. And he says, oh, did you go and clean the store? And I'm like, of course I did, because you told me to. And he said, well, apparently you didn't. I'm like, right. And he sent me pictures, and I'm like, okay, I missed a coffee stain, one tiny little stain mark, and I didn't empty a bin, but the bins were not out when I was there, or I would have emptied them. Anyway, I have to go back. It's like a 30-40 minute walk for me to go back to work, because my push bike got stolen the other day. Anyway, so I go back there, and she just bails me up, and she's like, you know, you need to hire your standard of cleaning. If you're not going to clean properly, then you're not welcome here. And it's like, sorry, my forehead is so itchy right now. But I held my mouth, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'll do better next time, asshole. So I just said sorry and kept my mouth shut, because if I had have said anything, it probably would have been followed with a fist. And I'm not a violent person, I'm a fun-loving, peaceful person, but oh wow, some people, they just, it would be bettering society. Anyway, so I walk there 30 minutes, do my cleaning, takes me like a little of 5 minutes, but I have to wait there for an hour in the lunchroom, because when I clock in, I have to clock in with my phone, and if I don't wait there an hour, then I'm not going to get paid for going there, and I want to get paid for an hour for the trouble that it takes me to go there. So I have to wait there for an hour, so I don't get home until it's like 9:30. Minding I hadn't slept because I'd worked all the day before, that whole night. So I'd worked normal shift, 5 till 7:30, then 6 hours in the day, and then finished at 5, had a little nap, gone back to work at 9 PM till 4 AM, then 5 AM till 7:30 AM, and had to go back to work whilst walking to work, a 30-minute walk each way, and it's 9 o'clock. So I haven't slept for more than 20, like literally, like had to go to sleep for 24 hours. I'm so tired. So freaking tired. So I only had a 3-hour shift. And so I go back to the same store to do my day clean, which is of 3 hours. And I take a 15-minute break, which I always take a 15-minute break. Because I literally just walk around and my back is killing me and I'm bending over and picking up stuff. And so I'm up in the lunchroom. I'm literally just like this over the table, like just literal snoring. I'm so tired. Where's my cat? My cat's up there. Okay. And I'm so tired. And she comes in and she just basically just like raised her voice really loud and goes, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Sleeping. What the f does it look like?" In a more polite manner, like, "Oh, I'm just having a rest." And she's like, "But you are only casual. You're not allowed to have you're not allowed to have a smoko." And I'm like, "I'm not employed." I said to her, "I'm not employed by you, so you don't tell me when I take a break. I'm allowed to take a 15-minute break every 3 hours. 15 minutes every 3 hours to rest my aching back. And I have worked literally 40 hours in the last 48. So that is my new manager. And that is just the first day I was with her. And every day is terrible with her. So I'm sorry, that didn't have any relevance to what I was trying to say, except I just wanted to kind of whinge. So that was the last few days. The cat's coming back. That was the last few days. So she has targeted me personally, and every little thing I do is targeted. Everything I do is like looked at and assessed that I've done it correctly to her approval. So that is what I mean about a Shill. The reality is she is nothing but a worthless maggot, little slimy shitbag inside. I mean, if I even looked at her, she'd freaking fall over in fear. But she knows that I am a casual employee, working full time, but still casual. So I can't say anything. I can't say anything. And that also comes into the facade of us as the gang stalked. So, like, before I started working, I was always looking into researching stuff and what was going on in the world, and the bullshit and the reality of things, and then when I started work, I just realised that I can't hold both personas. I can't go there and people being like, "Oh, it's so, your job must be so scary," and I just want to say to people, "Dude, it's bullshit." And I just don't know how to hold it, so I have had to completely shut down my thinking. I've had to just go there and just be a shell, be a zombie, and have to, my inner self is withering away. Shush. My inner self is withering away, and I'm having to put this hard exterior, emotionless shell, and just pretend like I am just another player, but just another zombie in the mill. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. I'm so sorry to take up your time just as a little whinge fest. My dogs. We have a Pomeranian, and we have my favourite little corgi girl. They're beautiful. There's something I love. My mum picks me up after I've done my day shift, and she brings the dogs, and they jump all over me in the car, and I just get cuddles and stuff. There's people when you have animals, right? Thank you for watching. Let's just create them out.